What's up everyone, this is FP Sticks bringing you some more Go Battle League battles here in the Ultra League Remix Cup. Apologies for not having made a video in a while. Katie and I were in the process of closing on a house and moving into our new house, which we are now in, and we really enjoy. I have a huge basement to be able to play my drums and stream and record stuff now, so that's really exciting. The team that I'm going to be featuring in today's video is a double water team, and really only has one like true XL Pokemon on the team, being the Politoed, but I'm running Poison Jab, ROSERADE, Blastoise, and then Politoed in the back. And so you have two water Pokemon in the back that are going to help cover ROSERADE's weaknesses to fire types. And I feel like Blastoise, especially in the Ultra League, is so bulky and really fun to use, and kind of a more interesting pick than the typical XL teams that you'll see a lot of. You'll see a lot of Jellicent as water types. Politoed is still fairly common, even though Weather Ball does do slightly less damage now. Still very bulky and very spammy. So we're just going to kind of take a look at some of the battles that I had with this team. I was able to reach Veteran with this, so break that 2500 mark with this team, and been having a good time. Shadow Drapion, my opponent, has really cool pick. It's gonna be a while till I'm gonna be able to build a Drapion for Ultra League. It just requires so many XL candies, and I hardly have any XL candies for Drapion. But Drapion, definitely one of my favorite picks in Great League, and it has a lot of play in Ultra League as well, being very flexible. We're able to take that first game there. Good game. Galvantula, another XL Pokemon that I do not currently have built, but this is pretty good for my ROSERADE. I'm hitting for neutral with the Poison Jabs, and the Weather Ball is going to do super effective damage. I sneak a Poison Jab through, so I'm going to shield up this lunge. That would hit for neutral and still do a lot. A Cofagrigus comes out, and a shiny Best Buddy Cofagrigus at that. I don't have a direct counter to this, so I unfortunately make a really slow responsive swap into my Blastoise, and now this Cofagrigus has a huge energy advantage. But even if I lose switch advantage here, which is what happens, my Politoed is still going to have play against that Galvantula. I'm going to bring out my ROSERADE here and farm as much as possible, and then I'm going to throw this Weather Ball and hope that this is just enough damage to take out this Cofagrigus. Down it goes. Out comes the Galvantula again, so I'm very curious as to what they have in the back, because I'm able to get to another Weather Ball here before this Galvantula is even able to throw a move, and it's going to be able to take out the Spider. In the back is a Jellicent. And so I bank a Leaf Storm, knowing that I'll win CMP in the end game. And just going to bring out my Politoed here to get this into a range where Leaf Storm will be able to one-shot. And forcing the Jellicent to dump all this energy here. This is definitely a matchup where having Earthquake is very favorable for Politoed, because this is more of a neutral matchup. You're not walled by the Jellicent, whereas if you had Blizzard, that'd be definitely a tough scenario. So we're able to take that game there. Good game. Berserker in the lead. It's going to be double resisting my Poison Jabs, but Weather Ball will hit for super effective damage. I have two better responses to Berserker in the back, so I just swap out of there. A Clefable comes out. That's totally fine. I saved all this energy on my Blastoise and did not throw on the Berserker, because now I'm going to be able to dump all this energy onto the Clefable and potentially get a shield or get switch advantage. But they totally sacked the Clefable. Blastoise is able to take it out. The Berserker comes back in. So they were essentially just sacrificing their Clefable to avoid the ROSERADE. And my opponent is forced to throw their energy here, which is really good for me. It's a Powder Snow, Ninetales in the back, so I'm just going to stay in this matchup for a little bit. Now, since the Weather Ball nerf, I can't recall the most efficient way to play out this matchup as the Politoed. I know back in the day in the Zero Shield, I think landing an Earthquake makes this slightly more energy efficient. But I have 2 Weather Balls here, so I'm going to throw 1 Weather Ball. And swap into my Roserade. Unfortunately, going to get hit by a move. But that's alright. Going to be able to farm this down. The Berserker comes back in. Going to get the last shield with the Weather Ball here, but I really need to get to another Weather Ball. Barely not able to get there, but I have a Weather Ball stored on my Politoed. This is a CMP tie. And this Weather Ball should be enough to take out this Berserker. And then I just need to be able to Mudshot down the Alola Ninetales. And we're able to take that game. Good game. Roserade into Deoxys. Another XL Pokemon I do not have. But Defense Deoxys, really strong Pokemon as we know. I'm just going to go straight for the Leaf Storm and hope that this was not a CMP tie. I'm able to swap into Blastoise, which is good for me. I essentially have a full health Roserade that I can still do things with in the late game. Out comes Scrafty. Now ideally, if I can get 2 Hydro Cannons off in this matchup, that's really good for me. But it's not looking like that is going to be the case. Just barely not able to get there, unfortunately. And the foul play from a boosted Scrafty is no joke. So I have to respect it. And my opponent goes straight for the foul play. And we desync here. The game lagged by a turn because Roserade for sure wins CMP against Scrafty. But the game lagged and this caused me to dump my energy and expend a shield. Really bad. They swap into their Deoxys, so I go straight into my Politoed, and I'm very surprised that they ended up shielding that. They want to get this Thunderbolt damage off. But I cannot Mudshot this thing down without it getting to a Psycho Boost. So I have to throw, unfortunately. And they still have a shield. This is looking really bad for me. Powder Snow, A9 in the back. Unfortunately, there is pretty much no win con at this point. Having to expend a shield on my Roserade against that Scrafty really put me behind. That desync lag was really unfortunate. I survived that Weather Ball, and I'm going to be able to get off my own Weather Ball, but this Alola Ninetales has energy loaded. They were very smart and saved their energy. And now this Weather Ball is definitely going to be able to take me out, and this is for sure a lost game here. Good game. Deoxys in the lead is always scary, especially if they're packing Psycho Boost, because that super effective damage on the Roserade is no joke. Another Deoxys in the lead. I am resisting the counters, and those poison jabs are actually doing a pretty big chunk of damage. I'm just going to go straight for the Leaf Storm again. And they let it through. That's good for me. Gonna bring out the Blastoise once again. And my opponent opts to go for Psycho Boost this time instead of Thunderbolt. Maybe they're not running Thunderbolt. They bring out a Greedent. And they shield up my first Hydro Cannon. I did farm to a lot of energy, so they potentially might have thought that that was a Skull Bash. But going to be able to throw another Hydro Cannon here. And Greedent is so bulky in the Ultra League as well. Holy cow. This thing has a lot of energy. I know that the Deoxys still has energy stored as well. But these body slams are really going to start to add up. Gonna get hit by another one. Gonna have to shield this and try to farm up a little bit more here. But they go for the combo play with their Deoxys. Really nice play. I'm going to shield up and try to commit to this farm down. Able to farm them down. If they bring... Okay, they have a Drapion. Not great for me, but I'm going to throw a Weather Ball here and then throw another one. I'm trying to burn their last shield. But this will also put them in range of one Weather Ball from my Politoed KOing. So I'm in a pretty decent spot now. Get the last shield there. Just need to get to another Weather Ball, and we are going to be looking good here. My opponent had Deoxys, Greedent, and Shadow Drapion. Very cool team. And this Weather Ball is going to be able to KO the Greedent here. Let me know in the comments, what league have you all been playing on this rotation? Have you been playing Holiday Cup? Have you been playing Ultra Remix? Have you been playing Open Ultra? The battles in Ultra League sometimes just take so long because the Pokemon are so bulky. Holiday Cup has been pretty wild. I've been playing in that as well. But the team comps are all over the place. Going to shield up this Earthquake against the Politoed. My opponent has potentially given me an opportunity to regain switch advantage here, because I essentially had a whole Hydro Cannon stored before they made this swap. So most likely they're going to shield this, and if I double shield, I can potentially water gun this thing down. Gonna shield this up, and it is the Earthquake. I'm trying to water gun this down, but I'm not able to get there. I'm gonna get hit by an Earthquake, but at least I have stored energy coming out of this. And then apparently they have more energy, but this was the game actually glitching yet again. They swapped and it didn't register. They brought out the Stunfisk and combo played me. So nice play on their part. And unfortunate glitch in the game. We're lagging here, which is really not great. Gonna throw a Weather Ball. And gonna need another Weather Ball to take out this G-Fisk here. But this is gonna be tough to come back from. Them sniping down my energy was a really nice play. I need to get to this Weather Ball here, but I was pretty slow on the response in the swap here. For some reason, they only go for Mud Bomb now. And shields are down. Very surprised that they are not committing to the Sludge Bomb here. So that's definitely providing me with a win condition. Gonna be able to get to another Weather Ball. And I have a Weather Ball stored on my Politoed. And this was a CMP tie. So I'm able to take advantage of that situation and come out with a Weather Ball. Down goes the Toxicroak. Politoed still has a lot of work to do. They bring out their own Politoed, and then I know their G-Fisk is very low, so I have the Weather Ball stored, and we're still able to take that game. But really nice play from the opponent on sniping down my energy, but tough end game there for them. Okay, Mandibuzz, really kind of rough for the team. Gonna go straight into Blastoise, and it is an Air Slash Mandibuzz, and I am extremely hard countered by a Jellicent here. But gonna throw the Hydro Cannon. I can only hit for resisted damage, while the Jellicent can hit for neutral the whole time with the Hex and the Shadow Ball. So this is not an ideal scenario. Plus, I don't have like a true response to that Mandibuzz. There is a case to be made that instead of running Politoed in the back, you could run a different water type like Lapras. That would give you play against the Flyers, like Mandibuzz. However, it would make the team a little bit weaker to Jellicent. But Blastoise able to get a shield off of the Jellicent in this matchup. That's really good for me. Gonna bring out the ROSERADE. Try to farm this thing all the way down. I have to tank whatever move this is. Mandibuzz is gonna cause me so many problems though. Gonna chip this with the Weather Ball, and then I need to get out of here because this Air Slash damage is gonna be pretty punishing. This is really not great. I'm anticipating that they have a G-Fisk in the back, and that is gonna be their charm answer. So all I can do is just slowly chip away with Weather Balls here. I'm building up to the Blizzard energy to hopefully get a shield or throw them off. But Mandibuzz just does not care. It is so dang bulky in Ultra League. Gonna throw another Weather Ball here. My opponent definitely realizes that I do not have Blizzard. And there is a G-Fisk in the back, we desync here. I have to shield up this move. And gonna be able to throw a weather ball here. But 2 weather balls is not gonna be able to do it. So I have to commit to the earthquake. I farm up as much as I possibly can. They barely survive. And so I catch this move on the ROSERADE here. Able to farm this down. I have the weather ball. I'm going to throw the weather ball here. Is this enough to take out the Mandibuzz? No. And they're barely able to get this move off and win the game. I think I would have lost regardless because I have slightly less health than they do. But oh my gosh, that game was so long and really, really close. Good game. Alright, let's see if it's a Charm A9. It is, so very favorable for me. Out comes Gyarados. Gonna throw this Leaf Storm before I make a move into something else. And now I can safely go into Blastoise. Because it's a Waterfall Gyarados, Blastoise is totally okay in this matchup. I just need to get to an Ice Beam. Able to get there. This is gonna hit for neutral damage against the Gyarados. And this, my team is pretty strong against Alolan Ninetales, so we're looking pretty good here. Gonna be able to get a lot of damage off with this Blastoise. But I'm gonna get Charmed all the way down, and then this A9 is gonna have energy stored for my ROSERADE. That's alright. I think I actually end up bringing in Politoed here to more safely absorb this damage. I don't get a move through. That's alright. They go straight for the Weather Ball here. And what is in the back? I'm just going to throw a weather ball to get rid of this thing and see what they got going on back there. They're able to survive. It actually ends up being a Machamp. We simultaneous swap, and now this is pretty much a good game because of my shield advantage. I only need to get to 1 weather ball, and they essentially need to be able to counter me down, but I'm going to be able to get to these 2 moves and take that game. ROSERADE had so much play against their team. It essentially had play against all 3 Pokemon there, so very, very favorable for me. Okay, Jellicent in the lead. This is a little bit awkward because I have Poison Jab. But Leaf Storm is obviously going to do a lot of damage, and they end up swapping in a Scrafty on my ROSERADE, which is kind of interesting. I'm going to build up a lot of energy and then go for Weather Ball here and see what they want to do. Now I'm going to go into my Blastoise. I actually don't care if they win switch advantage here because ROSERADE and Politoed are both kind of neutral against Jellicent. And Blastoise is walled by Jellicent. So I more so just want my Blastoise to try to avoid that matchup. They end up bringing in Alolan Ninetales on my Blastoise, and I am totally fine with that because I now know that my ROSERADE can... Honestly, I could bring out either Pokemon against this Ninetales here. Gonna go for the ROSERADE, and they catch a move on Jellicent. Really nice play. They knew that I had the move stored. So I farmed with my ROSERADE a little bit, and then I catch a move on my Politoed. But this is going to be a little bit awkward in the end game here. Going to have to land an Earthquake, and then a lot of Mudshot damage and a Weather Ball most likely here. But ROSERADE does have closing potential here. I know that the Alolan Ninetales has a Weather Ball stored though. So I'm going to go straight for this Earthquake again. They shield that up. That's fine by me. Out comes the Alolan Ninetales. I'm able to get this Weather Ball off before I go down. Then I swap into my ROSERADE. Now ROSERADE will win CMP against Jellicent. So I'm going to be able to get this farm down and then land a move on the Jellicent. Able to get the Leaf Storm. This is massive overkill. But able to throw this and take that game. Good game. Another Jellicent lead. And they're running Bubble. So I'm most likely going to shield this up. But I have been baited a lot in this matchup. And I do get baited there. Really unfortunate. I'm just going to go straight for the Leaf Storm and see what they want to do. They let that go. So now I can bring out my Blastoise, and this is just going to be a Bubble Beam. I'm down a shield, but I essentially have 3 full health Pokemon. They bring out a Charm A9, Jellicent, and Charm Alolan Ninetales is a really common pairing, especially when you don't have a Venusaur to worry about, because of this being the Remix Cup. But the attack debuff is a little bit unfortunate in this matchup. They still have to throw energy though with their Alolan Ninetales. And now I can safely bring on my Roserade, farm this down. Their Jellicent is essentially only going to be able to be utilized as a sack swap. And I can pretty much go straight Weather Ball here. I just have to make sure that they don't catch a move. I felt like this was a power-up punch, but with how laggy the game is, you can't really trust your counts too much. So I store up all that energy and then swap out. Gonna go for a Weather Ball here. Just gonna go straight Weather Ball spam here, but again, they still have that Jellicent. They're gonna try to catch a move at some point. This was a CMP tie, so I should for sure be able to get this damage off. Most likely burn the last shield, and then I'm anticipating them trying to catch a move. There it was. But I would have been able to get to that Weather Ball there. Good game. I think this is the final battle of the video. Decent lead for me. I start a turn late though because of desync, which is unfortunate, and they bring out Amanda Buzz. Once again, my team does not have a direct counter to Mandibuzz, so I soften it up with a Weather Ball, and then I'm going to bring out my Blastoise. Politoed is completely walled by that Trevenant, so if I lose switch advantage here, this is going to be really bad. Gonna go straight for the Ice Beam here. If I have to shield in this matchup, that's okay because I can potentially leave this with an Ice Beam stored. They bring out the Trevenant. I'm able to get to this last second Hydro Cannon. Hopefully burn a shield. They do shield it. I'm gonna let my Blastoise go down and then bring out the Roserade once again. I have to respect this move even though it's just a Seed Bomb. Unfortunate. Gonna throw this Weather Ball. Their Mana Buzz is very low, so it's gonna come down to what they have in the back. Really surprised that they shielded that because my Roserade is able to get to this move. And now we're looking very good for whatever's in the back. It's a G-Fisk. So they tried to catch a move, but we ended up swapping at the same time. But this is going to be good games here. Politoed is going to be able to clean up their backline. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you appreciate the content. And I'll see you all in the next video.